TikTok. Is it going away? This is a big conversation in my house. I'm not going to lie to you. And time is running like out.
A law passed by Congress last year requires TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, to find a buyer not controlled by a foreign adversary. But with no sale apparently imminent, Reuters reports TikTok is preparing to shut down U.S. operations, saying users attempting to open the app will see a pop-up message directing them to a website with information about the ban.
So that's Sunday. And ByteDance is not laying off anybody, from what I understand. They are keeping everybody here employed, at least for now. The CEO of ByteDance is actually going to the inauguration on Monday. And Trump is going to do everything I think he can to save this.
President-elect Trump says, according to sources familiar with the discussions, he's looking at options, including an executive order that could keep TikTok available. Now, how he can overrule the law isn't exactly clear.
What they're going to try to do is do an executive order, from what I understand, for 90 days to give them the opportunity to go out and to try to find another buyer or do something. I don't know. Everybody talks about Elon Musk. I know Mr. Beast wants to buy it, and he's got several big backers behind him on top of that. If you don't know who Mr. Beast is, come on now. He's the most popular internet personality of all time. So it's going to be interesting because think about this. We don't have anything that's bipartisan. And this was totally bipartisan. Everybody's like, yeah, get rid of it because of China, because of this, because of that, all that stuff. And I totally understand that. But then we allow everything else in here from China. So that's also a weird, like who does business like that? Well, we do, because we're a consumption-based society. We like to consume. We want cheap. So this thing has come and it's grabbed everybody's attention. And now it's here. We have 170 million people have downloaded the app in America. That's crazy. Like, that is huge. And as this thing starts to, potentially peter out, people are like, well, what do we do? Where do we go? There are alternatives that are flying up the charts.
We're just going to TikTok's other app.
Tonight, amid fear a TikTok ban could take effect later this week, some Americans flocking to Chinese apps like RedNote.
I'm a TikTok refugee.
And Lemonade.
Hello, Lemonade. This is my first video.
Both apps have similarities to TikTok, and Lemonade shares a parent company, ByteDance. The platform's topping Apple's downloads.
We are doing this to spite our own government.
Some say it's a form of protest.
I go into an app like RedNote, they're saying, no, I am in control of where I give my data.
So Lemonade is owned by ByteDance. Let's just think about this for a second. If we are banning TikTok, what do you think is going to happen with Lemonade? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's one of the things. The second thing is, from what I understand, RedNote may actually be owned by a portion of the Chinese Communist Party. Once again, what are you thinking? Here's my question. Where the hell is any American groups that have figured out a way to come up with something that is comparable? Just out of curiosity, why is there nothing? And Reels is fun. And, if you go on to, Instagram and you got the shorts and stuff, but it is the algorithm. Right? It's like that. It's like the 23 herbs and spices or whatever from Kentucky Fried Chicken. There's something about that makes it work. And as we were talking yesterday, because a lot of you are like, I don't like the TikTok and stuff. Here's the reality of TikTok. If you think it's only 15 and 16-year-olds, there's plenty of them. 50, 60-year-olds are on there. And small business is doing great. It's not just the influencers that are on there. And I see why influencers panic. Imagine this. Like, we're just talking about Hamas, how they need to eliminate the business side of it. Think about this for a second. You're 25, right? And you had a regular old job. You put a few things up. Next thing you know, you go viral. All of a sudden, you've got a couple million followers. You're making 20, 30, 40 grand a month. You had no idea your life would change like this. And now you're 2 days away from most of it going away. That's I'd see why you freak. Who wouldn't?
The thing that I find probably the most disheartening is that they're not panicking over the fact that they're losing any kind of an avenue for free speech. They're panicking over the fact that now I got to go back and rebuild all those followers on a different platform.
Yeah. Well, because it's tough because you're not sure that your people are going to follow you over. So
yeah, they can do nothing and it costs them, and it's no effort.
Yeah. And that's the frustrating thing. And like I said, if put yourself in a position of somebody who is, even in their 40s or 50s and you sell widgets that it's turned your little business into something big, and that's going to go away. Again, it's not just about funny dances for them and stuff like that. A lot of small business do this. That's a big, everybody be freaking out about that. Everybody would be. If you thought about you're going to lose your 20 grand a month or 30 grand a month, you don't think you'd be a little upset about that?
I'd be freaking out.
And that's what they're doing. They're freaking out. So, I think Trump's going to do something on Monday. I think that's going to be the first thing he's going to do. He's going to try to extend it. And the other part of it is too, just because they say, well, the DOJ is not going to do it. So let's say he doesn't do anything. The DOJ, we're going to instruct them not to do anything. Doesn't mean ByteDance is going to go, it's okay. We'll keep running it here, and Apple and Google will allow it on the Play Store because it's also disappearing. So this will be, because people are going to freak out. Like you watch on Sunday, the biggest story is going to be TikTok going away. That's going to be the biggest story this weekend by far. Monday, it'll be obviously the inauguration, which our buddy Brian's going to be out there. I'm excited. We're talking today about how many times we're going to talk to Brian. We're doing like one an hour. We're like, dude, if you feel it, get a little squirrely, see what happens, right? You become part of the story. That's what I always tell all good reporters. But TikTok is going to play a huge part in so many news things that people don't realize. That's kind of citizen journalists. But the free speech thing, they can't win that argument because you got other places you can go have free speech on. So we'll see. We shall see, my friends.